Fareed dishes to Gallinari. Passes to Jokic. Rocket 6. Fires from 14.
Timeout. Timeout.
It's with the rebound. And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, we knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Moutier. Here's Fareed. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
And the jam by Harden.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Moutier. He dishes it to Fareed. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Harden outside. Dishes to Howard. In the corner, Moniutis with it. Kicks it out to Ariza. From deep. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Ariza's got 5 now.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Pass to Jokic to the wing on the left. Denver passing it around, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in scoring, 6th in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And as you said, second best scorer in the league. Man, I tell you what, just blowing up defensive schemes designed to keep him under control.
Here's Barton. Uncovered. Moniutis grabs the miss. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Ariza kicks to Beverly. Moniutis has the open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the right side. Here's the 3. That's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Houston leading by 5. Beverly with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the strike for 2.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
The Rockets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And Beverly kicks to Howard, and stolen by Arthur. Now here's Moutier, not a lot of room, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. A minute 20 left to play here in the first. Chandler plays it up and banks it in. Chandler's got 5 points so far.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Back to Beverly. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Chandler. He has 5. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And it's Harris off the drive. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Harris has got his first basket.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here is Harden. Gary Harris making his last shot. 6 on the shot clock. Ariza has the open look. Denver grabs the miss. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Moutier, defended by Beverly. And here's Moutier. Oh, that's blocked. A shot by Harden, wide open. That misses. Would have caught it had it gone in. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Rockets lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side out for them the way they swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Or handball. Either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Odiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here is Harris. And the pass to Gallinari. Stolen by Harden. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
So here's Gallinari. The Rockets making the shot. And Chandler, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them. Yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
And truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Chandler is screen. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly got it. And the jam by Harden.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gaudlock is checked in. Now, here is Gallinari. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Nurkic. It's tipped.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass. You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
And so here is Houston. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Ariza outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Beverly. Houston needs to get a shot. Howard can't hit.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverley, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
The Rockets with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 5. Harris kicks to Barton. To the left side wing. Gallinari wide open. The good-looking shot from the wing. Gallinari's got his first points of the night. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Modiunas, a screen on Harris. Kicks it out to Ariza. Beyond the arc. That's good. Ariza's got his third basket of the night.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Screen by Fareed. And Goudlock with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's an 8-point Houston lead. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half. And they've gotten some blocks as well.
For Denver, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Now here's Howard. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks your coach drew.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Arthur's checked in.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line. Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the 2nd spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final game.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Moutier pass to Jokic, and it's blocked. Here's Goudlock. Over in the corner, Beverley. There's the 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And stolen by Howard. And Goudlock with a clear path to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And that one's good.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Howard laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Count that one.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Inside with 4 seconds on the clock.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets ahead, leading by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.